every Tuesday.
A podcast. We didn't even know what was happening. We were 15 episodes into this.
It seems to be helping and impacting a lot of people. We'll see you every Tuesday on the Well Metaverse podcast. Peace.
Easy. I don't know why I chuck deuces. Like I don't chuck deuces. But live studio audience.
Yes. Let's go. What's up, bro? We got a podcast in the metaverse, bro.
Yeah. Who knew that this is what it was all building up to through the entire first season? And now we are here kicking off season 2 with all of you guys, a live studio audience.
Let's go. Every Tuesday.
A podcast. We didn't even know what was happening. We were 15 episodes into this.
It seems to be helping and impacting a lot of people. We'll see you every Tuesday on the Well Metaverse podcast. Peace.
Easy. I don't know why I chuck deuces. Like I don't chuck deuces. What was that?
Yo. What's happening, everybody? Hope y'all are well. Welcome to the Well Metaverse podcast. It's pretty awesome. Super excited. Everybody who's watching, super excited that we are here today. As you all know, we're calling this one "Tis the Season for Transition." So there's a whole lot going on right now. Whole lot of stuff going on right now. As you can see, with the explosion of the metaverse and everything that Aaron's got going on, everything that I've got going on, we are rehashing through this metaverse thing. So Aaron is actually under the weather today. He's a little pooped from all the things that he's doing. And so if you've been paying attention, we are actually doing things a tad bit different. Normally, this is an hour ahead, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Central Time. But we've decided moving forward, we're going to move it back an hour or move it up an hour. I don't know why we always say that. It's always like it's backwards. If it starts late, we're going to move it back. I don't know. That's always Kimberly. What's happening? What it do? Kimberly, you want to hang out? I need a co-host today. If you again, let me go back. So if you've been paying attention, you know that we are pivoting how we do this. We've moved the time to 11 o'clock Central, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But it's also we're coming up with an abbreviated version. So on Fridays, I'm a little hoarse. I did a comedy show with no mic. Mistake number 1. On Fridays, we will meet up in Jason Earl's Productions, and then we will just world hop together. So if you have an Oculus or a headset, man, you might want to hang out with us on Friday. Same time. It's so much fun. So much fun. So make sure you're there with us. Then the other thing is, when it comes to the Well Metaverse, we're going to keep this format of being live, but we're going to have conversations, bringing people in randomly just to have conversations. And some of it will be planned as we talk about this explosive growth in the metaverse. So that's what we got going. It's amazing that, man, who would have thought that when we started this podcast, this video cast, whatever you call it, this show, that it would grow into what it would. Who knew that? Who could have, who would have thought that it would do what it does? Who would have known that we had little banners to put? But, a lot has changed in the metaverse. they've opened it up to monetization. So now there are a lot of us and some of you all who are able to generate another stream of income through the metaverse. And if that's you, man, we'd love to hear from you and how that's working out and how you're navigating through those things. As I love this time of year, Christmas time is my favorite time of year for a few reasons. One, because we get to reflect on, for me as a Christian, it's we celebrate the birth of our Savior, and just a great time to reflect that God brought joy to the world, and in the midst of all the chaos, we got some joy out here, and that's what Aaron and I like to bring joy to everybody in the midst of exploring this metaverse thingamajigga that there's so many people still skeptical about. It's pretty amazing. I don't know. Does anybody else get that? Does anybody else have friends who you try to explain this metaverse thing to and they just don't get it? It's kind of, I would say, a little bit not frustrating, but it just makes you exemplify a little bit more patience than normal. So let me answer this right quick. My wife is actually texting me, needs some information. Yeah, so that's what, excuse me, gotta handle some family stuff. My daughter had an accident in school. Let me just say that. I won't put all of my daughter's information out there. But my daughter had an accident in school, so we're having to take care of that. She's okay. Let me say that. Don't be alarmed. My daughter is absolutely okay. What's happening? What it do? How you feeling, bro? I'm chilling. We chilling. Yep, you get it. Oh, yeah, especially I know you get it all the time, brother code engineer. My friends think I'm crazy. They really do not get it. Yeah, so what I started doing the same thing. I started making sure that if somebody has an issue, I'm like, hey, come over to the house or let me bring my headset to, I brought it to my church, in fact, and let some of our oldest members experience the metaverse. In fact, here's one thing I do. I love doing this. I like to know a person's favorite place to visit. And I ask a question, if you could visit anywhere in the world, or if you visited anywhere in the world, what would that be? Or where has that place been? And once I do that, I will go put on my headset and I'll go on YouTube VR, and then I will find a 360 camera, 360 footage of that place where they visited or they desire to visit. And then I'll tell them to sit down and I'll put the headset on them and they get to look around and be in their favorite place in the world. That does it for me. That's the trick that does it. So how am I? Man, I'm good. I'm at a good place. I'm at a transitioning place, but a very good place. It's amazing for those of y'all who've been following some time, or if you follow follow for us for some time and then hadn't. I've been talking about how there are big things on the horizon that I couldn't communicate, and so now that it's officially happened, I can talk about it now. So I became a senior pastor of a church in Garland, Texas, in the DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. It's called North Garland Baptist Fellowship. So I'm a senior pastor. Oh, something that I didn't see coming, something that I really wasn't trying to do. I was trying to run from it. But I realized, there's this verse that says, woe to the one who quarrels with his maker. Shall the clay say to the potter, the one who's forming it, what are you making with me? What are you doing with me? And I realized that as I look back over my life, there's been this forming. God's been forming a brother into a lead guy in my community, a lead guy, which is known as a senior pastor. And it's something, y'all, I did not want to do. I would see it happen. I'm like, no, what are you doing? But the clay is this idea that clay can't say to the one who's forming it, like, you don't know what you're doing. You have no hands. That's an insult to our creator. And that's what I was doing. The deep woods can't be the peace and tranquility. Yeah, yeah, I love being able to go to those places on the Oculus. It's pretty cool. Thanks. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. So here's where we are. Our goal is to consistently make this. We aren't going anywhere. Aaron and I are dedicated to making this thing happen, to continue to grow the Well Metaverse show, the Well Metaverse podcast. Right now, because we're in transition, Aaron's got a lot of things going on. I've got a lot of things going on, and we're trying to align our ships to get them in sync. That's why the past few weeks, past couple of weeks, you've seen either Aaron or you've seen myself, but you haven't seen us. Like, a lot of people think Aaron and Mark Zuckerberg are the same person, and now some people think Aaron and I are the same person. That's not true. Big Mo, what's up, Big Mo? Man, dude, I got a couple of missed calls from you, bro. And publicly, I apologize for not getting with you. It's just, that's what I'm explaining to everybody, man. My life has been so doggone busy. From meetings to conversations. So that's what we've got. So I got to get ready to jump off here in just a minute. Again, today's conversation is a little abbreviated because, again, it's 'tis the season for transitions. Next week, I think our systems will be recalibrated so we can get back on the same page. Because as much as some of you all value and enjoy this time, Aaron and I really enjoy this conversation. In fact, there are moments that Aaron and I really want to talk in person, but we made the commitment on some levels not to talk in real life so that our conversations that you see here are 100% authentic and genuine. So there's certain things that Aaron would tell me, certain things I would tell Aaron, that with each other's getting real time as you all get. The amazing thing is we do talk offline, and typically it's only things that we can't discuss publicly. So that's what we have there. So please, please, please know that in this season of Christmas, from my house to your house, from Aaron's home to your home, we do bid you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. And we're saying tune in. We look forward to hanging out with you all this Friday. Oh, appreciate it. I find when Aaron and I don't talk, it's like the last few weeks as we've been missing each other live. We've had to have conversations just to be able to just hear each other's voice. And I'll leave y'all with this. Let me finish that thought. From my house to your house, from Aaron's house to your house. Man, Merry Christmas. We will see you all on Friday in the Well Metaverse, in Jason Earls Productions, as we world hop. But let me say this: as we wish each other Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. This is often a time where a lot of people are sad because families are getting together, and And if you don't have family or you've lost family members, this can be a very difficult time. So I say to you, hey, don't be alone. Don't allow yourself to sit. There's a part of grieving process where you have to grieve. So I'm not telling you to ignore grief, and try to just bury it. And that's dangerous because we try to bury and ignore our grief through drugs, through alcohol, through overindulgence, and so many other things. Even the headset or the metaverse can be a way that you overindulge yourself to try to bury your grief. I'm not telling you to do that. Embrace grief. Grief is part of life. Grief is something that God has given us so that we can heal. But it's impossible to do that by yourself. You need community. You need other people around you. So as we go into this holiday season, 'tis the season to be jolly. It's going to be difficult for you to be jolly when you're dealing with the natural grief that comes with the holidays, when you're dealing with that by yourself. So make sure you don't jump into the headset. So if you don't have people in your life physically that you can get to, come hang out at the Soapstone Comedy Club or Metaverse Podcast and Jason Rose Productions. Because I guarantee you're going to have some people. There are some weirdos in there, but there's some people who really care about you and who have your absolute best in mind. So Merry Christmas, and we'll see y'all Friday in the Metaverse Podcast and Jason Rose Productions. Peace.